ISO boom. This the one, baby. This the one. Well, it's one of the ones because y'all asked for this one and then y'all asked for performance, or not a performance test, y'all asked for a tier list. So I'm gonna give y'all this one, but there's multiple things to grade. And again, if y'all watched the last video before this one, it's my opinion. When it comes to rating things on the tier list, I try to be as general upon all positions and as well as being more so non-biased as I can. With this one, this is my personal top 5 list. So maybe, damn it, I'll change the title to Where's Will's top 5 football list, because, you know, it's my opinion. I may have my inconsistencies, but I think I do pretty well for the most part. I don't lie to y'all about these opinions. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't say them as rude as I could have, but I also don't tell, you know, I'm not lying to y'all. Anyways, I started digressing. But let's get into the top 5 gloves of 2022 football season. What do y'all think it is? Before I'll give y'all a second to just give me your top 5 in the comment section below. Maybe your list is just like mine, bro, and maybe our lists are completely different, but that's okay because it's our opinion. Yeah, so before we even get started, my criteria for these gloves is gonna be price, quality, and style. So it's gonna be a little different from the performance tests. We have what? Grip, durability, and comfortability. These ones are my personal, so I guess you could put quality as all of that. Price, because, you know, I ain't trying to go broke for this football gear. That's why I'm here. The style, because I think that's my personal opinion, you know, kind of thing there as well. So starting off at number 5, man, without further ado, it's gonna be the Bootin'. No, I'm just joking, man. It's gonna be also too, this list is more so 2022 releases. I try to keep that part of these videos as consistent as possible. So if you do see, most of these gloves are gonna be like of gloves released this year. Number 5, we have the Phenom VSP1. These were very highly anticipated for me to review. You guys have been hounding me for, I felt like you guys were hounding me like the whole year to review these. Never really got around to it, never really got a hold on them. Other gloves that I wanted to review first, and since I never really wore Phenoms, they got pushed to the back burner, but you know, it got out. First and foremost, one of the big pros that I could call out like off rip without even looking at my notes is the style of them. These are, I want to say they're like sponsored, or I don't even know, they get a bunch of licenses for like Call of Duty. So it's the style, I feel like they have like Call of Duty, Tom and Jerry, a whole bunch of other gloves. So the style is obviously a pro. They individualize themselves amongst any other gloves on this list, as well as they, you know, they're the eye catchers, right? But one thing that I also noticed as well is the comfortability, and I guess just the overall build quality of these gloves are not the greatest, which is why they're number 5. They don't really have too much usage of the compression fill around the palms. Again, I wear an XL. These gloves on this entire list are the least comfortable to wear, but regardless of anything else. The grip was fine, so I guess you could call that a pro. Again, comfortability of a glove and grip of a glove have to kind of coincide with each other. If not, then it doesn't really work. On to number 4, we have the Addy 012.0s. Y'all know, unfortunately. No, I'm joking, man. Shout out to Adidas, not as much as Nike. Okay, I'm done. Shout out to Adidas for making it number 4. Too bad they couldn't make 1. All right, let's get serious, bro. Adidas, if y'all watching, man, it's just jokes, man. It's just some jokes that I had amongst my friends, and yeah. But anyways, the Addy 012.0s, the overall build quality of the glove, I would say is a pro. One of the cons, though, is kind of the accents, like the little stuff on the edges of the gloves. They weren't the greatest. They felt cheap, honestly. The build quality of that part itself felt cheap. Everything else, the compression around the palm of the glove, the stick, everything felt fine there. The quality was high there. But just like the gold accents that you saw in my review, like on the end of the wrist and on the tip of the fingers, I believe, they just felt cheap. They felt like different, like they added it on last minute onto their gloves. These Adidas gloves, they are, I would say they're improving. I don't personally like Adidas gloves the way they look, so that would be a con for myself, which is why these gloves are at number 4. Can't really go wrong with these gloves. They're not bad per se, but they're not the greatest in my personal opinion. I'm not really feeling how they look. At number 3, we have the Grip Boost DNAs. Now I know I said that these gloves, this glove list is gonna be up 2022, but I reviewed a lot of Grip Boost gloves. I even reviewed the gloves that came out in 2022. Y'all know I had to put my dogs on the list, because if I had to put the Grip Boost Stealths, because I have been mixing the words up and y'all have let me know, so I apologize, the Stealths would have not been at number 3. So I had to put Grip Boost DNAs in there, also to add a little bit more flavor, different brands and stuff in there. So I'll put the video up there, man. The grip on the Grip the grip on the grip boosts are fire. But it's one thing to be stealth and it be kind of your typical sticky palm, right? But with the DNAs, you get different, I want to say hexagon, I always forget the shape, but you get a different shape texture on the palm. So on top of it being sticky, it also has just a different texture, so you have a different feel. You get more of a hands-on feel to the grip that you get with these gloves, which when they do run out, in theory, they would never run out because the texture is not going to change. I think that these are some of the best grip that you can get anywhere on the market right now. So that's why these gloves are at number 3, and I will explain why they're not 2 or 1 right now, I guess. Also, another reason why I didn't put these gloves 2 or 1 was because the breathability and just the way that these gloves felt. You did get a sweaty hand afterwards, and these last 2 gloves, you don't get that. So that's another thing to note. At number 2, we have the Next Trend G1. Shout out Next Trend, man. Y'all have been, they kind of just kept popping up with new things, and it's, you can really feel the passion in what they're making. The gloves, they listen to the people what they wanted. You guys know one of my favorite things about these gloves, besides the price, is the way these gloves look. I love a solid, just kind of like plain looking glove. Like, these gloves don't do too much to look all weird and pizzazz you, but they're a solid colorway. You know what brand they are. And on top of that, adding on to the pros, the grip goes around the pinky, so it gives you technically a bigger catch radius. Yeah, just pros all across the board. But the only reason this one isn't number 1, it's the breathability is good, but it's not the best that I've had this year. I want to say if I had to choose between the Next Trend G1s being closer to breathability and comfortability towards 1, what I'm about to say, or 3, which was Grip Boost DNA, I would say it's more so on the Grip Boost DNA side. Let's just segue into number 1. Real quick, before we get into it, what's y'all favorite glove of the year, man? I want to know, I want y'all to tell me what y'all have, what y'all opinions are. I want to spark up a conversation, man, because y'all also tell me about new gloves. Y'all have been telling me about new stuff that I've never seen, or y'all have been telling me stuff about it that I've never heard of. Shout out to y'all for that. Comment section below, what's y'all number 1 glove? At number 1, we have the Invictus Armis 3.0s, man. Like I said in the last video, I think I say this publicly, I'm pretty sure that all the brands that have worked with me, shout outs to y'all. Y'all know that y'all don't give me no scripts, which is why I say yes to the partnering. I'm gonna speak my mind. Very big on content creators speaking what they want to say. Now, yes, there are ways to come across. If I thought the Armis 3.0s were trash and they sent them to me, I wouldn't just be like, oh, they're trash, blah, blah, blah. It's not professional. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. You have to treat yourself with respect. And the people that, you know, they respect me enough, so I respect them in return, and then that's where the exchanges come in. But Invictus don't even ask for me to do these videos. They didn't ask for me to do a top 5 of 2022, neither did, like, no, these are my genuine opinions. And the fact of the matter is, dude, just the only con that I can say with the Invictus is the price. They're not the cheapest gloves. I want to say they go for 60. I mean, you could use my code for them to be cheaper, but you know what I'm saying? They aren't, you know, you can't just go to your local sporting goods store, just grab them and go play with them like the next day. You have to order them, wait, blah, 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 blah. And they only come in black and white. Besides that part, they look solid. Again, like I said about the Next Trend, solid plain colorway, and you get that clean font. Don't know the name of the font because I don't know my fonts like that, but you get the clean eye, and that's it. It looks like you just got like an extra layer of skin over it, and they're so clean and sleek. They have the marbling on the palm, which I think is clean. It gives like a prestigious aspect to it. But dog, the comfortability on these gloves are insane. Literal insanity. It kind of feels kind of like a compression, like basketball shorts. And you know, when you wear like a good pair of basketball shorts, you feel cool in them. It's because the way that the holes are set up and the way they layer the fabric, it just feels cold. And like not too cold, but like it keeps your hands cool or your legs cool. But in these gloves, you have the same kind of setup and it keeps your hands cool. You could wear these gloves throughout the day and not have a worry about like, like I'm getting antsy with my hands are sweaty, blah, 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 blah. You don't get that. On top of the grip being just on point, again, the comfortability of a glove and the grip of a glove coincide with each other, and they just make for, I don't want to say perfect, but the perfect football glove experience, man. Shout out to Invictus for winning number 1. They are the best gloves of 2022. And again, you don't have to believe me. All I'm saying is try them out, bro. And if I'm lying, then hell, expose me, bro. But then again, it's my opinion. These gloves are on point. I will say the 3.0s are better than the 2.0s. So if I had to rank the 2.0 2.0s, they would be slightly lower than the 3.0s. Like the 2.0s were A, if I put them in the tier list, maybe like an A tier, low S tier. The 3.0s are without a question in the S tier. And that makes, you know, you can see the improvements over the years. So I'm excited to see what happens next year, man. We have the next trend G2s coming out. Nike and Adidas come out with their annual gloves. Invictus, I don't know if they're gonna come out with a 4.0. I'm not sure, but I'm excited, man. And shout out to y'all for another dope year on the channel, man. I appreciate genuinely every single one of you. This may or may not be the last video of the year. It probably will. We're gonna keep doing the end of like on January 3rd of 2023. We can still do the top whatevers of 2022. If this is the last video y'all see of this year, I appreciate y'all all, like, from the bottom of my heart, man. This is the grind and the process of where I want to be is what I appreciate the most, and I appreciate y'all for being a part of it. I know everyone says it sounds cheesy, but yeah, man, huge ups to y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. If nobody's told you yet, I know the show grind. Keep up the hard work. It's gonna pay off one day. We're gonna go into 2023 going crazy, man. And I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.